Are you ready tonight? I'm telling you, I am so ready for this conversation, this chat. Are you ready for the power couple? That's all I want to ask you. Are you ready for the power couple? I'm ready. Yes. Come on. Text a friend, call a friend, email a friend. Do whatever you got to do. Tell them to come on into this space. Bravo with Sheila. Tonight, we have the dynamite power couple in the house. I'm so excited. I'm telling you, I'm so excited. Woo! Yeah. Let's get it tonight. Let's get it, guys. Hale and Lady Hale in the house tonight. But I'm back. About the chat. All right, I am here. You are here. We are here. It is an awesome night tonight. I'm telling you, I'm so excited. I am so excited. I can't tell you how excited I am. I'm excited because I'm back. Number one, it's been a few weeks. I've been kind of knocked out the box, right? But I'm back in the box. I'm back in the mix. And what better people to be back with? My first time coming back after 3 weeks, other than the power couple. This interview, and I don't like calling it interview. This is a chat. All we do is chat here, back and forth to the chat, in the chat, around the chat. And tonight, I'm so excited about the power couple. And I had this on my heart for a long time. Some things popped up, but guess what? We're here tonight. So welcome all of you. I have Sir Hale in the back. I see him there. I'm waiting for Lady Hale. I think I have to send her the link. She just sent me a text, but I'm going to have to get into StreamYard to send her the text. And if Sir Hale could send her the text for me, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Listen, tonight is the night. Tonight is the night. I'm excited. I guess you can tell I'm excited. I'm always excited. I'm always kind of bubbly and everything. Even though I may be going through some things, I'm still kind of bubbly. And I'm happy to be here. Those of you on Facebook, hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness, you all guys are already in the chat. And I'm so excited about tonight. And so we're going to get into it in a couple of seconds. Let me just pull up this information because listen, I found, it's just so many things about the power couple. It's so much stuff. It's so many things that they do. They are definitely a power couple. I do see some people in the chat already. Let me just say hello to all of you. Oh, hi. I see nephew is in the house. I know he's nephew by now. Hello, hello. Ine, the Bravette is here. Princess K, the Bravette is here. Listen, those of you, the Bravettes and the Brave Brothers are in the house tonight. Those of you on Facebook, listen, how you doing? How's everything doing with you guys? I'm so excited. I'm not going to hold this thing up. I got a couple of messages here. It's okay. It's okay. We are here. It doesn't matter. There is no delay. Everything is always on time. When it's on time, it's on time. And so let me just see how Facebook is doing over here, making sure that everything is good on Facebook, saying hello to the guests on Facebook and seeing how they're doing, and they're doing well too. So listen, we're going to get into this right now. I have Sir Hale in the back. I'm going to bring him up. I already have a couple of more comments and we're going to go. He's greeting everyone. I know I call I.Excel nephew, but I know he's the nephew. I mean, listen, all of us on YouTube and the YouTube streams, we try to give him a little respect and call him by his I.Excel. But listen, he's Sir Hale's nephew, right? So we're just excited. So I'm going to bring Sir Hale up right now. We did the intro and I'm excited. So let's bring him up. Let's bring him up. Hi, Sir Hale. How are you? How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm good. It's so good to see you tonight.
Good to see you. Thanks for having us.
Oh my goodness. Please, thanks for being here. Thanks for accepting the invitation. The power couple is in the house. Oh my God. I'm so excited about this chat because, I've met those of you that don't know, and let me give you a little backdrop. I've been on YouTube maybe it's 6 months now, maybe a little over 6 months. And in my second month, I think, or maybe second and 2.5 months, I woke up one morning and turned on YouTube and this gentleman was on my feed. I was like, how did this get on my feed? Who is this person? And so I said, okay, Lord, sometimes God will just drop it on you anyway. And I clicked on and I got connected with him from that moment. It was early in the morning, 7:45 a.m. show. And we started talking. I was looking a mess in here and he had the nerve to ask me to come up on the platform. I was like, oh, this is how they do this? No, wait, I cannot get up on this platform. You said, you got to come up. And that's how we connected.
Yep, sure is. I remember that morning and you came up there. It was so natural. People would have thought that we've talked for years, but the conversation was so easy. It was flowing. It was absolutely beautiful. And I want to say you prayed for us that day as well on that show.
Yeah, you put me on the spot. I was not expecting that at all. At the end of the show, you said, "Wait, I just feel in my spirit." I didn't know what you was going to say. Could you pray for us? And in my mind, I was like, "No, he did not." Yes, he did. But it was wonderful. It was a God moment. And so we had an awesome time. So everyone in the chat is saying hello to you. And we're excited. You got your folks here, the Bravettes, you got Inay and Princess K. They're always here supporting M. Mills. They always are here. Shout out to them, right? And we gave the guys, the Brave Brothers, had to give you a name now. We can't have you as a Bravette. So we got the Brave Brothers in the house as well. So I want to wait for your wife to come, but while we're waiting for her, let's just jump up and let's talk about a couple of things. I was online, right? And I found some old songs of you. I found some old stuff. I was like, oh my goodness, look at this. Wait. And I got all into your bio, into your history. And one of the things I found on you, let me see, it was from it's E.G. Hale, right? And it's Listen to Iconic Thinkers, and you got the podcast with that, right? And those of you that don't know, all your podcasts are on Apple and the digital outlets. All the wonderful conversations and information is out there. So I want you guys to go and download on Apple. It's probably on Spotify. It's probably everywhere, knowing Sir Hale. But one of the things I ran into, Sir Hale, was one of your bios, and and I have to set you up, right? So we're gonna start setting you up with this little clip here. It says Ernest Hale is the fifth child of 6 children. E.G. has been singing since the age of 5, when he began to lead songs for the Beacon Hill MB Church Choir, and then at Sanctified by Faith with Pastor Teresa Thomas. E.G.'s mother was pastor. E.G. continued to grow vocally and began to write songs at the age of 11, and then soon after began playing the keys, the piano, at the age of 12 years old. From that time, E.G. has produced nearly 200 songs. Oh my God, you don't talk about that. I'm so glad I found this. Written and composed music for several different productions. And you have so many people that you've worked for, including Cade, Nathaniel Stage Play, Crazy in Love, All in the Family, and Relationships. You compose things. You've just written your book. You accompanied award-winning gay Arbuckle v. Michael McKay. Listen, Sir Hale, what is going on? Wait a minute. E.G. is married to his wife of 4 years, Crystal Hale. He's also his manager. Manager. And they both have, you had 3 small children back here. You have 4 children now. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Absolutely. So you said, I just want to make music that touches the heart and soul with the love of God. Listen, that's just one backdrop. I got more stuff on you, but we're going to wait. Here's the lady. She's here.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, my dear sister. How are you?
I'm doing well. Can y'all hear me pretty well?
We can hear you and we can see Wonderful. You pretty well. Did you hear what I was just saying about your husband?
I see.
Oh my
goodness. She went way back.
I sure did. And I was
like 2011.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And I was like, oh my God, this is something. And then I ran into this song you did, and I tried my best. It's not a song, it's a beat. And it's on that same page. And it's a song that you did. It's a hip hop track. And you only got a snippet of it on there. And I was trying to pull it off to surprise you. You got to teach me some of that technical stuff. I was trying to pull it off so I could drop the beat. It would have been like, oh, no, she didn't. Yes, I did, but I couldn't get it on. And so then I said, okay, this power couple is going to take 10 minutes just to talk about the backdrop, right? But it's okay, because that's why you're here. You are the power couple. And notice that I didn't say just the power couple of YouTube, because you're not just the power couple of YouTube. You are the power couple, right? It's so much in you. It's so much that you've gone through. And both of you guys have old souls, right? I said they so mature. You're so mature. Nobody would think you like in your 30s or you heading into 40. You could tell you come from substance. You come from good stock because it's in you, and your parents should be so very proud of you. So very proud of how you represent yourself. And I'm just telling you, I said, they got old souls, but they so mature, and you have so much to give. So much. I told you the other morning, I said, I'm gleaning from you. And I got umpteen years on you. But you know, it's not about the age. It's about what's in you. It's about what's in you, right? And I always say what's in me doesn't belong to me. Right? Sometimes we say, oh, I don't want to do that for God, or I don't want to do that for the people. And now that's selfish. What's in us and what God has placed in us is not for us. We have to give it away.
That's right.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
It don't belong to us. It doesn't belong to us. And so I want to jump right into this because, see, the lady's in the house now. And so we got to talk a little bit about this lady. I said, okay, let me find out the queen stuff here. Let me find out about her. Let me see what I pulled up on you. I knew you're going to be like, what did she find? What is she going to say? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Let me see where it is. Let me find it. I had to put something over here, something over there about you guys. And So I found a lot of information about you, Lady Hale, on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yes. I went to LinkedIn. I went to Facebook. I went to all these different places. And so listen, the power couple is in the house. I'm telling y'all need to text somebody right now. Y'all need, whoever is listening to this, you need to call somebody, send an SOS, whatever you got to do, because yeah, I'm boasting about them, but they're the real deal. See, I don't mess with, they're the real deal. That's all I can tell you. So listen, nephew says, let's put up a couple of these comments. Nephew says, look what your nephew says. He says, speak on it, Sheila. That's what I'm talking about. And then you got, they saying, hey, Lady Hale, saying hello.
Lady.
And then Princess is saying this is going to be a great time. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And greetings. All right. Oh man, it's just so many people that's saying hello right now. And the Bravettes are in the house and the Brave Bros. So let me tell you what I found on you. And I told y'all the backdrop has got to take a second before we start chatting, because they're not here. I'm not slighting them. Well, you guys probably don't know a lot about this, but now I know and you know. Lady Crystal Hale. Yes, she has a middle name. I think it's Ann. Is it Ann?
Yes, that's right. Crystal Ann. That's me.
I remember. And it says she is a master marketer. She's an educator, proven interpersonal communications and multitasking skills, strong decision-making and problem-solving capabilities, with the ability to develop and implement effective action plans. And you guys already know that because you see what she do in front of the scenes and behind the scenes. Yeah. Then let me know. I'm not done. No. Marketing manager, marketing director, resource teacher, paraprofessional, substitute teacher. Come on, she gets a bravo. Content review analyst, she gets a bravo. Internet sales manager. I told you they the power couple. Education, the university, Full Sail University, Texas teaches. She got volunteer experiences. She got licenses and certification.
We try.
This is so good. That's why I didn't limit you to some YouTube streets, because you are universal and global. And what I love about this is that you are getting ready to take off, the both of you, this network, right? See, you smart. You smart. Tell you got moves. It's a network. It's not a broadcast. It's a network. That means it's going to have so many branches, so many things, so many people attached to you, so much information, right? Because we all don't have everything. And I know you guys' heart. So I want to get into this. I want to get into this because it's so many people that, okay, so growing up, I didn't see a lot of power couples, right? I was raised in Harlem in New York City. And I didn't see a lot of two family households, right? My dad left when I was think maybe 9 or 10, which broke and breached the family, right? That may be a reason why in early years, I had my first kid at 15. It
Mhm.
was so many things missing. My mom was strong and powerful. I got so much from her. But you know how we always talk about that you need a man to give you jewels. Your father should take you to the first date. He's supposed to mentor and show you what a man's supposed to look like. And so when women like myself miss that piece, boys, a lot of hiccups in your life, and we have to catch up. We have to get delivered. We have to reset. We have to do so many different things, and it can be done. And I think that's a lot of your messages. Despite where you come from, stop crying about where you come from and what happened to you and what you didn't have. There's things that you can do on your own. So, Sir Hale, this is the last thing. I'm going to say this about you, and then we're going to jump into it. So I found, and I love this. You said, so let's jump right into it. Who is Sir Ernest Hale, and what is he all about? You say, glad you asked. I'm an entrepreneur, an owner of so many companies and technologies. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Xauti. What's that word?
Zodi Technology.
See, you fancy. You fancy. Exotic technology. Okay. Family ventures. You said a person of deep faith, a husband to my wife of 14 years and a father of 4 amazing children. You like simple philosophy and things like that. Let me be the first one to say, I want all that is good in life. I want the best. I want to give the best. Listen, that's enough, because I could go on and on, because I found so much more. I can't say welcome because I already said welcome. Listen, guys, I want to start out this chat, not interview. And I want to start it out by asking, the first thing I want to ask is the foundation of your life before you met each other. How and what was given to you? You grew up in 2 different homes, right? You met young, but still you had different cultures in your own home, because there's different cultures and subcultures. So, Lady Hale, what was it like for you growing up before you met this wonderful man of God? You're on mute.
That I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
I grew up here in Dallas, Texas, of course. Growing up was pretty cool. I had my mom, my dad. They were never married or anything like that. But
Mhm.
I grew up with my mom, and I'll go with my dad on the weekends, and also my auntie. She helped reared me. My parents they were very supportive parents and everything. With my mom, I was the only child till
Oh,
I was about 13 years old, and that's when she had my baby sister and everything. And then my aunt, I grew up a lot with her. She had her own community center, and in her community center, I would teach. She had a grant, and in the grant, it would allow her to like pay different people to teach the community word processing skills, Excel, things of that nature. And then my auntie, she told me, she said, I want you to teach these people how to type, and I'm going to pay you a grown person's salary.
uh-huh.
And I said, for real? She said, yes. You want a job? I said, yeah. And so she hired me. That was my actual first job, was teaching word processing courses, because she told me the way I had taught her that I could literally teach the people how to do it. And so for about till I was about 12 or 13 ish,
Wow.
that's what I would do after school. I would go up to the center from, I think it was like 7 to 9, and I would teach various computer courses and things of that
Wow.
nature. So I've always been teaching. And then my dad, he's a big crafter. So when it comes to sewing and the whole crafting
Also,
side of
that's
things,
where you get okay.
yes, that's where it comes from. Because all the people in my dad's family, oh my God, they can sew. Like they're either carpenters,
Wow.
seamstress, they have their own shops, different things of that nature. And so my crafty side and my entrepreneurial side, I definitely got from my dad's side of the family, and the teaching and everything I got from my mom's side of the family.
That's so awesome. See, and I see, when I look at your work, I'm like, this lady is awesome. It's nothing you can't do. You think of things, and then you just go in your little room, and you just create it. And then, I mean, look how you started so young. Look how great and awesome your kickoff was, right? Despite what wasn't in your home, see, you still got it somewhere else. You pick up pieces along the way. And by you being in that community center, your passion for people and young people, your children are so blessed to have you as their mom. And we're going to put in Nate to work a little bit. And Nate, be the moderator and put in Sir Hale's information and Lady Hale's information in the chat, because they have different channels. I couldn't even put one channel up, right? And so that is so awesome. So eventually you met Sir Hale in church or in school?
I met Sir Hale at church. I had already graduated, and Sir Hale had just came.
No, go ahead and say. Go ahead and wait. Pause. Go ahead and say, how you doing, baby? Go ahead and say it.
Ladies, let's chat. What's going on, baby? What's going on, girl?
Gotta love it. Okay, so you're gonna hear his rendition of the story, and I'm gonna tell you my side of the story.
Okay.
So I was a youth minister.
Before Lady Hale goes, Pastor Sheila, Lady Bravo, those who are watching in the chat, let your spirits let it guide you into the truth. All right.
Oh, okay. All right. So I was a youth minister at that time at the church that I attended, and Sir Hale and his family, they had recently came from Chicago. I really didn't know much about them. I didn't know about his gifts. I didn't know about his talents or anything like that. And so it just so happened that this day we had service or something, and it was altar prayer time. And when he came to the let me say this. I am not that much older than Sir Hale. I'm only 2.5 years older than him. So it wasn't no silliness going on. I start preaching at a younger age. Okay. I got into ministry at 16. So by this time, because people are like, oh, you grown, Tim.
Whatever.
I can't believe it.
So I don't want that being said, because that was not the truth. So anyway, he came up to the altar for prayer, and I remember praying for him, and then I was just praying for him and stuff. And then he said, and then later he told me, yeah, you were praying, but you spit on me, and he said that I spit on him.
Now, Lady Hale, is this you left out a whole chunk of the story?
I haven't even got to when you came to intercessory prayer, and then I think you had hopped on the organ or something or whatever it was.
Oh my goodness.
I can't remember. It was a long time ago, but
That's
anyway.
So
well, of course, I was one of the intercessory prayer leaders, and we would pray at 5 o'clock, like it was youth, and we would pray at 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay, this is like 2004-ish, no, 2005-ish, like around 2005, and then of course, everybody was doing like 5 a.m. prayer and stuff like that, because I remember even Prophetess Bynum, she would be in town a lot, and we would go to Fort Worth and do morning prayer with her. They would come over to where we were at the church at the church we attended, and we would have intercessory prayer. Like 5 o'clock prayer was on point. So Sir Hale came to 5 o'clock prayer with us, and I think I had asked him for his number, but I really asked for his number for real, because we did need a musician to come in at 5 o'clock. And I didn't know he can play. When he was playing, I was like, oh, he plays so anointed. Because if y'all hear him play, the brother can play. You hear me? He could like play for real. And then from there, we just started talking, and our relationship bloomed.
Okay, so that's how that happened. Okay, so that was the beginning. That was the beginning of this merging of your lives. Now, I'm going to let Sir Hale, because I see his eyes. Sometimes men have a whole different concept than us as women, how things happen. So let's find out what he's going to say. First, tell me and the audience, Sir Hale, your life, just a clip of it growing up.
Okay, so good. So sorry. So my story is precarious and peculiar. So mom raises a lot of children, then has 6 of her own. I'm a twin. I'm the oldest of a twin.
You're a twin?
Yes. Yeah. So
nice.
So we grow up 5 years old, always in church. A church boy. You know what I mean? Like I think I was birthed and hit my head on the altar, church boy, right? So that's where we grew up. So always singing, always playing the piano. I've always had an example of singing because my older brother had a group, and that's originally how I got started in music. He had a singer, HB3.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, H3T, something like that. And because, this is when Boys to Men, Cisco, Drew Hill, all them, this is when it was big. And so they had a group. And because I heard them, I wanted to emulate that. So I got into music, speed it up a little bit. We started to get homeschooled in the 3rd grade. And so I spent a lot of time reading and writing. That's like, I've never had to like really study hard for reading, writing, and speaking. It just come natural. But that's because my mother spent so much time making sure that we wrote and that we had literary skills and that we were particular in the way we spoke about things. And so that skill just developed over time. Now I was shy. I grew up.
Was shy?
I was very shy because there was a lot of things that happened. So being a twin and growing up, there was always comparisons. So my twin, the cool one, the good looking one, I'm the ugly one. I got the bumps on my face. And so growing up, you develop insecurity. I've always had a gift to speak, but when you feel insecure, insecurity meets you. If you guys are on here, you guys know we talked about that before about insecurity muting you. So we grow with that. We grow through that. We get older, and we go through things in life. We end up moving from Illinois to Indiana, from Indiana to Stockton, St. Louis, and then we moved to Texas. And from that between that particular time, I ended up getting a GED, on my own at about 18, 19 years old, working 2-3 jobs. I met Lady Hale I was at a car wash and working at a clothing store. And I met her.
Wait. You met her at the clothing store?
No. So I was working at a clothing store.
Oh, you was working. Okay, got it.
Yep. So I was working 2 jobs at 17 or 18. I forget which one it was. And we were going to the same church. And I listen, y'all. I've always dressed fly. Like, I got to tell you how it is. I got to give it to you like it is. And so I would always dress fly, always looking good. And there was this one day, Lady Hale, she looked at me, and I think I saw her faint a little bit. She didn't fully fall down, but she fainted just a little bit. And so I ended up going to Bible study, and I see her up there. And at the end of service, there's like, it's prayer time. We come on up if you want to be, for prayer. And I go up and I get prayer from her, and I'm looking at, somebody who can pray for real. And, she starts to pray for me, and I'm feeling the Lord, and then I feel something cold hit me. I felt something that was.
You ain't.
It was a little, because she was praying sincerely, and from that moment, we talked, and then kept going to church. She asked me about playing the piano, and that's really where it started. Just church, talking about the Bible and things of the nature, and it's been history ever since then.
That's awesome. What a love story. That's a pure love story. And I guess that's why you guys are so strong about it being possible, right? Because you've lived it, you've experienced, you say, no, this can be, this comes. Now I can also feel the strength of when you speak from your heart to other people. No, it can happen. It doesn't have to go left, because you guys are living proof. And that's why, I'm telling you, when the Lord dropped it in my heart, I said, Lord, I have to have the both of them on the channel. I said, because they're the power couple. And I see you so far out of the YouTube streets in terms of who you are. The YouTube streets, you can tell that the purpose of God is on you, because you've only been on YouTube less than a year. And you came in like a flood. The two of you had a strategy. I'm sure you sat at a table and talked about this. Okay, this is how we're going to do it, hon. We're going to go hard. We're going to go 7:45 in the morning. Then we're going to get 1,000. Then we're going to get such and such and such. Then we're going to shift. Then we're going to this. Okay, now it's time to open up Super Sunday. Now it's time to such and such and such. So the rhythm of it. See, I pay attention. It's the rhythm. You see how I opened up my show tonight? You see I gleaned from you. You see my song I played? Did you see that? I'm a student. and you have so in doing that now, what is your intention? Where are you headed in terms of YouTube as well as outside of YouTube? Now, your company, the one I just forgot how to pronounce, the X something, what do you call it again?
So we got two. So one is called XC Cloud Technologies, and that deals more with administration of cloud technologies. And then Zodi Technology is the other wing word that's more engineering and development. So those
that's
two
the
things.
part where you're in school now. You're graduating from the cloud stuff that you're going to be doing.
Yes. So I went back. It's been a lifelong dream of mine too. I've got an associate's degree, but it's been a lifelong. I'm going to go get my PhD. And the reason I want to do this is I've been successful. God's blessed me without all of that. But I want to be an encouragement for people who may have gotten a GED or went to get their education late, to let them know that it doesn't matter how late you start, you can go back, you can make some stuff happen. And then as a Black man, I want to model someone of power and strength and excellence in terms of education, finance, and the way that we relate to people. So I'm going back for all those reasons.
That's so powerful. And you can tell that you're not just on the platform just to be, right? You really are on the platform. That's how I got so connected to you. And then your wife, she took out her busy schedule and had me on the phone, because I didn't know a lot about. I'm on YouTube. I messed up when I got on YouTube years ago. I was all over the place. I didn't have no one channel. I put music over there, videos over there. I didn't know whatever. But then when the Lord had me to come on to do it on YouTube, I had Bravo on Facebook for around 6 years, every Tuesday night. And so when I came up, but then when I saw on YouTube, there's a strategy. Now, my goals is not your goals or other people's goals. My goals is to just be, just do whatever happens, but I do want to work at it. So it's in excellence, and that I give what I'm supposed to be given to the people. And as I say that, you guys, I'm almost at 300. So go ahead and hit that subscribe. I remember I only had 2 and I was so discouraged. Right. So I'm almost at 300. So I think that's a little bravo for me, a little bravo. So for now, I want to know, and I want you to share with the people, because I watched a show that you were on. I don't know if it was with Talk Williams and you were talk about the cloud and the school that you're in. And I sat there and tried to keep up with you guys, and I didn't know what you were talking about as far as technology. And I tried to keep up and understood some of it. That's why I knew a little bit about what you just said. And then Lady Hale, she's doing so many different things. It's like, how are you merging this? Like, are you both under one umbrella on a separate platform, or are you separate but together?
So I answer. So when we first started, it was a lot of different stuff all over the place. Okay. And Lady Hale, Lady Hale she's gonna come back and say it, but so I'm more right. That's me. Yeah. Lady Hale.
Okay, that's usually how women are.
but that's a skill. So what we've done is we've taken all of that and we've streamlined it. So when you see SHSN, Creative Space with Lady Hale, it's all coming under the same umbrella of Sir Hale Speaks Network in terms of the media we do. So we've got a media wing. Crafting and stuff is its own thing. Technology is its own thing. But all these things are rolled up under one thing.
Got it. Which is awesome. I mean, it's awesome.
I'll feel like this as well. So like when it comes to marketing, I'm a stickler for this. Stuff got to be right. But when it comes to actually developing strategies for marketing, well, we allow Lady Hale because that's what she has skill in. So like design and stuff, I love design. Give me flies, editing stuff. But she taught me a lot of that because she went to school for this. So what we do is we take the skills that we both have, and then there's going to be some natural things that she's just good. She just got that. That's what she does. And then the things that I'm naturally good at, I roll with that, and we execute that way so that everything is under a single umbrella, and you're not dividing yourself, going in too many different directions and burn out. So most of the stuff we do is rolled up, and then the things that don't work or the things that are not as important, we put those on the back burner, And when we get things off the ground and running,
You take them
automated,
off the shelf.
then we can pull some of that stuff off. Absolutely.
Yeah, I could tell a lot. The time that Lady Hale spent time on the phone with me, I was so grateful. And I was like, I'm so, she said, no, 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 because I see your channel and I see what you're doing. And she gave me some tips and creative. And one thing I told her, I said, with me being a singer and being in the music business for over 35, 40 years and doing, having all these CDs and doing all these different things all over different countries, I told her my weakness is marketing. Remember I told you that? I said, I'm a visionary. I'm a straight visionary. Now, that's how I built that company in North Carolina. That 6,000 square foot building. I had boom, 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 boom. But it was all over the place. And the gifts, you need to have what you don't have. You have to get it from someone else. And my daughter said to me one day, Ma, you all over the place. She said, you're good at everything. She said, okay, here's the question. When you saw J-Lo, what did she do? I was like, what? Now, this is the youngest daughter who thinks she's my mother. I said, well, she was, then no, tell me what she did. Because she's a brain like you. Your brain, it's a gift when God gives you smartness. Like how you're packaged, that's a gift. And she has that thing. She has it. And so I said, well, she said, no. Okay, here's another question. What do people trust you with? She said, I know you're doing this, this, and this, but what do people trust you with? I said, music and women. She said, that's your niche. Stay right there. And when everything else jumps off, then you can do your perfume. Then you can do your this. And then you can do your, she said, J-Lo did one thing, Ma. Jenny from the Bronx did what? And then where did she go? And what did she do? And where is she now? How did she get there? And ever since then, I listened because it made sense. Because when you're a visionary and it's just you and you don't have nobody to pull you in or to teach you, that's why I'm saying the power couple. You can't miss. You guys can't miss. So what would you tell a married couple and people in general that are trying to find their niche, as well as, let's start with that, and feel like they don't fit or they don't know what to do, because we all have purpose. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And you said that. And note that someone is saying, what are the names of the businesses again? That's why I put that comment back up.
It's a lot of them, but the two we mentioned is Exit Cloud Technologies and Zodi. These are the two that we're working to develop now. Zodi is my heart, so we're spending time building that out as we speak.
Okay, so how do you talk to people? And I know you talk on your channel, but when you're up close and personal, sometimes you can't get up close and personal because you have guests on your show. And I'm sure sometimes people think, like, how did they get to where they are? How do I, because you're about marriage, but there's so many people that aren't married. How do you talk to a single parent? How do you talk to a woman who's on public assistance right now and feel like she doesn't have anything to offer? Now, that's two questions, I know. Marriage and single. What would you say?
Okay. Well, we've been there. We've been on public assistance. We've been where, like, we didn't have the, we stay in a 4,000 square feet home now, but we didn't always have that. We used to stay in my mom's apartment, right, in one bedroom with 4 children. Mm-hmm. So we've been there. And because a lot of times people see where you are now and think, oh, well, you don't know how to relate to us, or you don't understand us because you haven't been there. When in all actuality, and we never hear that from the public or anything, but we actually have been there. For the person that's on public assistance, and whether it's SNAP, welfare, whatever you're on, WIC, all of those, the different assistance that people are on, is that you need to have a goal, because WIC, Section 8, welfare, SNAP, all those you have to use as stepping stones. We use those things when we did do public assistance. We've never been on welfare at all, but we did use WIC, we did use food stamps, etc. but all of those was a stepping stone. And the goal was to make enough money so we don't have to be on there. And my husband has always said that, babe, we're not going to be on this for too much longer. My goal was every time it was time to to recertify, I didn't want to recertify because we were thinking, and of course it was prayer, and then it's also developing your skill. My husband is a really great example of developing your skills because like you said, he is a very structured and organized person. I'm a creative, so sometimes being a creative, I'll be over here, I'll do this, I'll do that. If it work, it work. It don't, it don't.
Yeah.
My husband, he's more actionable oriented, goal oriented, and also he's very strategic in nature, right? He really should have the master's degree in the marketing because he's very, very, very very strategic.
Yeah.
In nature, which he is. And so it was his and I'll let him tell the story, but it was his strategies that actually helped us get into a better position. And then even while he was working, I went to school. And so the things that I learned in school now that I'm able to apply to our business now.
Yes.
I even started some business while I was in school, and that kind of helped us even now put things into action because of the experience that we still have. And like you said, we do have a network of different creators. Like originally when my husband, he was like, hey, I want to go on radio, right? That is what birthed we have a part of our division of our company which does internet radio stations.
Yeah.
And part of that was getting my husband on TV, but just so happened other people wanted to get on radio and they didn't mind paying us. And so guess what?
Yes.
My husband, for the first year of that business, he sponsored it out of his pocket, right? And then after that, he told me, he said, you know what, babe, if this business don't pay for itself, scratch it out. And I had to, run down and make sure.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah, because that's the type of man he is. Because he was like, if it don't make dollars, he don't say it don't make dollars, don't make sense.
Well, listen.
But what he says is that if it's not working, scratch it out. And a lot of times we'll get in a position like where we're used to doing something and we don't scratch it out. Right. My husband, he's a master scratch it out. I get attached to stuff. And he was like, and he even taught me this. It's like, when it comes to careers, when it comes to anything, you cannot marry something. And I even teach this in my own business classes as well. And I tell them, my husband taught me this lesson, is that you cannot marry something that's not working. If it's not working, divorce.
Oh my God. That's so awesome. He reminds me, even though my daughter is same age as Sir Hale, and she's a female Sir Hale. And she says, Ma, 5 minutes is 5 minutes. That's time is money. And you're doing this and that. What did you get from it? If you put all those hours in that, what happened? Did you pay a bill? What's going on? Like he's so structured. Like, Ma, time is money. I said, but D, no, Ma. When I talk to people for 10 minutes and they saying stuff and not saying nothing, she said, that's 10 minutes I could put somewhere else. So I understand that kind of mindset, and I'm creative. I'm like you. And so she's the one that kind of reins me in. And so, but you need each other. So see, it's a balance. That's what I love, that there is a balance. And not only that, you can trust to follow your husband. That's so key. So now, Sir Hale, I want to hear you add to this because listen, there's so many men, so many young people, so many married couples. I remember some years ago, I was teaching abstinence and I adopted classes in schools and was trying to teach young girls because I'm called to girls and, because I can't take you where I haven't been, right? Having a baby at 15, look at how old I am now. I got a lot of wisdom. I've traveled through a lot of things. I've been broke down, built up, pushed down, all of that. So I gotta give back what I've kind of attained. So with young men, we need our male seed to have this type of influence. So is there some type of, aside from when you're going to talk about the married and the information, are you thinking about mentoring some young men, like bringing some people to shadow you at some point?
Yeah. So what I'm into now is So part of me getting this degree is I want to go into motivational speaking as well. And part of this is for this very thing. My father passed away at 5 years old, and it took me, I became an adult at 18, but I became a man at 30. And I break that down by saying that when you get a certain age and society says you're supposed to, but that's not the way life works. And there's a lot of fatherless kids and a lot of fatherless adults. And what I want to do is take my experiences and help both men and women to get the tools that they need to live life. And whether that's being married or single, a professional or a teacher or something, to have the inner skills, the interpersonal skills necessary to be successful in life. Yes. So to answer your question succinctly, absolutely. Yes. I do want to mentor, and that's why I'm going, because I want to make sure all of my bases are covered. And I don't want there to be anything that I could do that will prevent a door from being open because I don't have it. So that's part of the reason I'm going to get this degree, because I want to do just that.
What a drive you have. I don't know when you have time to go to school. You are a pastor of One Generation Church. Yes, yes, and yes, those of you that don't tune in, you guys are missing it. It's a whole nother flow. It's Sir Hale, but it's E.G. Hale, the pastor. E.G. Hale, the pastor. On Sunday morning, Central Standard Time is 9 a.m. and Eastern Time is 10 a.m. And it's on YouTube. It's on Facebook. It's One Gen. They call it One Gen, but it's One Generation Church. You guys need to tune in on Sunday morning and get fed from the other area, the other compartment in him. In terms, you get some of it over there in the YouTube streams, but I'm talking about he go hard. He go hard with the scriptures. You guys have to check him out. And I'm already there every Sunday now. Is that correct? I am there.
Absolutely.
Listening.
And Lady Bravo with Sheila spoke for us this past Sunday. So if you missed it, you can go back and look at it as well.
It was awesome to
look here.
Yes, ma'am.
You said something that was so powerful. I said, look here, I'm gonna put that on a shirt or something. Because you said this. You said God has to put you in a desert for him to speak to you. And for him to give you your voice.
That's voice.
What you said. In the desert is where you will find your voice. And I'm telling you, when you said that, I almost ran up out of here because that is so. I mean, I know this is not supposed to be about that, but that was okay. So let me tell you something. It was so impactful. The congregation is still talking about that. Is that God to give you your voice in the desert?
Yes, in the desert. It
blessed our soul.
And in that valley, you come out with a voice. You can't come out the same way you went in. It's a waste. The enemy just robbed everything. So all of you who have not checked out One Generation Church, I'm plugging it and I'm going to keep plugging it. And you got to check Pastor. All right, let's have reverence. All you folks. No familiarity spirit. We got to learn how to separate when we have different people in our life. We have to learn how to not be familiar, and we have to reverence what God is doing with them and what God has called them to. And then when he takes off that hat and Sir Hale speaks, you still reverence him, but you get a little loose because he gets a little loose. But you just got to know how to be and how to honor and give honor where honor is due. So listen, this is what I want to say, and I'm gonna let you guys go because I know you got a lot of shows you pop up on. What's tonight? Wednesday? You belong somewhere, I'm sure. You belong on somebody's platform tonight because you're always doing things. But I'm gonna let you go. But I want to, I'm gonna give you guys the last word. But I want you to talk to. This is what I want to ask you. Married couples. Do you speak to married couples? Do you have a session for married couples? Now, I know SB is in the YouTube streets. I get that, and I know that. But we still need another branch, right? You guys are doing a great job. Do you, or are you, I should say, do you feel led to speak to married couples? Because I think a lot of married couples will, have some conversation.
I have a lot of conversations.
You already do?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so the part of the reason why it's easy to come to YouTube and talk about relationships, this is real life. No show, not a single show, nothing has ever been written down. This stuff we turn on the camera and then we just go for it. The subject, I have an idea and we talk about it, but that's because this is real life. And so we bring those lessons here and we try to communicate those as well. So relationships is, I've been talking about this since I was 7 years old. Always loved doing this. It's my heart. So absolutely, marriage, relationships, and then the relationship to self. Those are things that I have a passion for speaking about.
Awesome. Sir Hale, you gonna make a CD or EP real soon? I gotta ask you, because that voice, you remind me, I sang background for Lou Rawls, right? I traveled all over with Lou, the late Lou Rawls. And every time I hear you talking, I see you when I get there. I hear that Lou tone going on. Are you gonna do an EP at some point?
You know what? I may do something. I may do something.
You got to give it away. You got to give it away. That voice of yours is anointed, and just by you speaking, you could tell you sing, and you told me you're gonna get on that organ again, because I can't wait for you to play that Hammond B3. Oh, see, she said, oh.
Let me tell y'all something about Sir Hale. All right, Sir Hale can play that organ. When you would think that, okay, if you know anything about an organ, there's 3 rows. You got your top row, the middle row, and then you have the pedals. The pedals are the bass, and so the bass sounds like a guitar, right? Yeah. I promise you, when you hear him play, you're gonna hear a whole band, and it's only one person.
Oh my God!
Whole band. This is how, and I'm not saying this because it's my husband. Cause for real, he can. When I tell you, God has anointed him to play, he played by ear. It don't matter what song. I promise you, he could just hear it, and once he hear it, boom, he got it, just like that.
He said facts.
Yes, for real. And when it comes to even writing, like I said, sir, you'll get to see. In time, you guys will get to see that. But he can make any singer. I don't care who. It could be the most tone deaf person. He can write a song for that person on spot, on cue, without anything. He's got to write
me a song, man. He's got to write me a song, because I'm getting ready to do another EP. So you listen. I know you got a book full of songs.
He is an ASCAP artist, and most songs, when he does write them, we go ahead and upload it to the repository. So just look him up, Ernest Hale. He's there. He is an ASCAP artist. He is an ASCAP artist. But playing that organ, baby, that's all I'm gonna say, baby.
She's a great cheerleader for you, and I know you miss music because it's innate and it's a passion. It's a passion. So we can't let it sleep. I guess the Lord put me in your life for more than one reason, because we're going to stir it up and get in the studio and do lay some tracks down and release some EPs or some singles or whatever, because it's just so much in you. And so I want to give you guys the last word to say to the people. I do want to, at some point, bring you back, because there's so much to talk about and not enough time inside of the hour. It's just not enough time. But before I give you the last word to say, I want to play this little clip that I must play, and then I'll be right back, okay? All right. All right. All right. We are back. That is something that, I'm into. And Isaac Moody is a crypto king globally. And he is just someone who has been in my life and is teaching me the ropes of crypto and stock and things like that. And this is going live. When you move, you earn 24/7. So, and all you need is a digital, not digital, a smartphone, smartwatch, a smart device. So anyway, so yes. So anyway, if those of you who are interested, just inbox me and I'll give you some info. So let's go. I want you to give some information. I want you to talk and say some of what you just want to say from your heart, both of you. Like I said, it's difficult in 60 minutes because, in the YouTube streets, y'all go 3-4 hours. I've never gone 3-4 hours over here. I've never gone 2 hours. Maybe down the road as I grow, there'll be more people to come on the platform and to discuss different things. But I'd like you to talk and finish up the show with what you would like to say to the people, as well as you, Lady Hale.
First thing that I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already hit the like button, subscribe to this wonderful woman's channel, let's pause what you're doing, take some time and show some love, patronize this wonderful woman's page. This is great conversation, not only great conversation, but great impact. And we support people like this. So take some time, do this. And then after you do that, hit that share button, send it in the text message, send it on Facebook, and encourage others to do the same. That's the first thing. The second thing is, we're grateful that you had us on tonight, Bravo with Sheila. We love you. We appreciate you. In 2022, it's time for people to bring their whole selves to whatever it is that they do. A lot of people work hard to be what other people like or what other people want you to be. And we've got to promote authenticity. And that sometimes means you unpacking, discovering who God created you to be, and then refining that so that you can present something usable, something purposeful to a world that needs the gift that you have. So whoever may be watching this, wherever you are, take some time and make a commitment to God and yourself that whatever you do, whether this is in marriage or in business or in school or in mentoring, whatever it is, that you're going to bring your 100% authentic self for the purpose of being a light and an encouragement, and in some cases, an inspiration to others. That's my encouragement.
Wow.
I hope that reaches your heart. I'm Sir Hale Speaks. Thank you so much for having us, Lady Sheila.
Oh my goodness, you guys subscribe to Sir Hale Speaks channel. It's a Sir Hale Speaks network. Just connect and you get so much empowerment on that channel. Lady Hale, please.
Hello, everyone. I just want to again thank you, Miss Sheila, Pastor Sheila, for allowing us to come on the platform and allowing us to just share our lives with the audience. I guess the main thing that I would say to everybody is that you have to stay focused. As I said earlier, I know as a creator, as myself, sometimes we can be all over the place, right? And you have to do things that are true to you and that are true to who you are. Once you find that thing that's true to who you are, you will find much success because you are narrowing in. Don't be like me. Learn from my mistakes. Okay. I've done all types of stuff. Okay. I've done cinematography, marketing, sales, management, just all types of stuff. Right. But the thing that I love to do is I love to teach. And my husband, he encouraged it. He encouraged it. Oh, look how I'm talking. He encouraged me maybe, what was that, 2 years ago, when he told me, he said, well, since you love to teach and that's what you love to do, Lady Hale, why don't you go substitute and see which level, that you like to go to. And I did that. And I took his advice. Not all times. And I'll tell you this, and I'll be honest with you all, not all times I've took my husband's advice. Right. You have to be, when God has a partner in your life, or your spouse, your husband, trust me, your husband won't lead you wrong. And when I sit there and tell people, I'm not saying this just to pander to anybody, but when you listen to your man or your covering, when you listen to your covering, I promise you, you will never go wrong. And by listening to my husband, it allowed me an opportunity to get into the school system, which that next semester led to a full-time teaching job as well, doing what I love to do, and that's teach. When you go in the creative place. Y'all hear me joke about saying, "Oh, I done came out the craft room, y'all. Y'all done got me out the craft room."
Yeah.
That's where I got, in the creative space. That's what I do. I go in
Yeah.
there. We create. I made videos to show people how to create, and then sometimes so I don't have
Yes.
to get how to do stuff. But that's of course the how to. And then
Yeah.
my husband encouraged me. He said, "Babe, people actually want to hear from you, and that's
Yeah.
why we have Talk Hell, ladies, let's
Yeah.
chat." And
Yeah.
so I'm developing that channel, and it's going to be a lot of educational stuff over there, and everything what we're doing now. But you
Wow.
that's why I encourage you. Listen to your cover. And you like, girl, I ain't got no man. I ain't covered. Well, if you ain't covered, you ain't got. I mean, not you're not covered, but God is your covering. Obviously, if you don't have a husband. But what I'm saying is, if you're not married, guess what, girl or brother, focus on that one thing.
Yeah.
Stay down that path. Just because it looks popular, let it be popular. Stay down the path, and you'll find your success.
I like that. The word for you is focus. She says focus. And the next time we come back, I would love for you to talk about marriage and covering. And because a lot of people don't know what that looks like. I told you, I had no clue, right? And because of that, I made a lot of mistakes because I had no example. I didn't know what it looked like. And then when I got married, I didn't know what it was supposed to be like. I had no
Same.
example. So the next time maybe you can come back and we can kind of chop it up with talking about covering and how you stay together the way you do, the communication piece. And sometimes you disagree to agree or agree to disagree, but you still come back together for the vision and the cause. So once again, I thank you guys so very much. I was so excited about doing this. I've been down for 3 weeks, and this is the first show. And I was so nervous. I said, oh my God, I haven't been on YouTube in 3 weeks. What's going to happen? All the people are not going to come back. But I had to let that go because sometimes you got to step back for you, right?
That's right.
So I
That's
had to
right.
step back for me, and God had to handle everything else. So stay right there. I'm going to play this. Listen, you guys on Facebook, all of you wonderful people in the chat, I'm so glad that you're here, the Bravettes and the Brave Brothers. You guys are wonderful. You're awesome. Please, 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 please subscribe to this wonderful couple's channel. They are the power couple. So stay tuned for more. Bravo, this Thursday, 7 o'clock, we have Unveiled, Unlocked. Powerful show about the bald head, but they don't call it the bald head. People who have had cancer, people who had to become bald, and the beauty in it. And this group of ladies are going everywhere showing their baldness. And it's beautiful. It's called Unveil, Unlock. And so we'll see you on Thursday. Sir Hale and Lady Hale, stay right there while I close out. Be right back.